Bonnie. I'm the host of the Innovator Series, brought to you by Technology for Obama. And I'm here with Myrtle Potter, who's the CEO of Myrtle Potter and Company, and also Myrtle Potter Media. Has been a very successful healthcare executive, and at the same time also was named Fortune Magazine's 3 times to Fortune Magazine's top 50 women in business. So it's a pleasure to be with you, Myrtle.
Thank you.
So we talked a little bit about your background. I'm curious about innovation. So you've managed some very innovative companies. And I'm curious how you think about, as a business leader, what things you need to do to make sure innovation happens within your organization.
I think making innovation happen in a business is extremely hard to do. A lot of people talk about it. There have been few companies I've seen that do it exceptionally well, but when you see it done well, it's amazing what can happen. And I'll use Genentech as an example. Genentech really understood the power of unleashing the intellect that resides in the person, right? As an organization, you are trained to get everything working in a synergistic way. You're trained to bring order to where there's chaos. You're trained to add in predictability. But you can do all those things and truly stifle innovation. Somehow, the brightest companies are able to put in all the process and the discipline that you need in order to give a company the kind of solid footing it needs to be successful. But at the same time, a company understands how to tap into the individual and not put so many confines on the person that you stop the person from thinking. All the companies I've ever worked with that were exquisitely brilliant at driving innovation understood this delicate balance between business discipline and creativity.
So you also were on the board of Amazon for 5 years. And
yes.
I think for many people in the technology industry, they look at Jeff and kind of what he's done at Amazon as one of kind of the great stories of an innovator and a founder CEO. I was wondering if you maybe just give some insight into what that experience was like of being on the board and kind of your time and what you saw at Amazon.
Well, Amazon is an extraordinary company, and Jeff Bezos is an extraordinary man. And I saw in Jeff what I saw in Art Levinson, what I saw in Steve Jobs. You know, there are benefits to living in the Silicon Valley, right? You have all these brilliant people. But they each understand that innovation comes from freeing up the mind. They each understand that as you build and grow a company, you can't have the company processes overtake what should sit purely as someone's ability to be creative, to think broadly, to think expansively about the problems that your business is facing. The other thing that each of these leaders also understood and still understand is that a business has a purpose. One of the great things about the Art Levinsons of the world, the Jeff Bezos of the world, Steve Jobs, is they all understood that you have to have business discipline in order to grow and expand a business. But they also still know, Steve Jobs knew, Jeff and Art still know that you have to be able to unleash the creativity of the individual. You can't harness down creative people and at the same time expect your business to be at the forefront of innovation. It just doesn't happen that way.
And it's one of the interesting, because if you take the Jack Welch model of kind of his 4 quadrants, I think many people a little bit want that kind of perfect values, perfect employee that does all the things they're told to do, and sometimes that's different than what your kind of innovator, challenger of rules is. Well,
it's really funny. You know, I'm old enough to have seen both business approaches, right? I grew up in the day where, you know, if you followed the rules of Jack Welch, you would have done extraordinarily well, and many companies did. But the pace of business is much too fast. The problems are much too complex. The needs are too great. At the end of the day, we have to figure out a way to unleash the potential of individuals and give them the freedom to bring solutions forward that they think make a lot of sense and can help a business.
Well, it's an exciting time, I think, for all of us. It's been a pleasure talking to you. We're going to look forward to talking to you more. So thank you, Myrtle.
Thank you.